What if love has not been far away from you, but it has been waiting for your heart to feel safe enough to receive it differently? Maybe you have wondered why love has felt so confusing. Maybe you have asked why you keep giving so much and still feeling empty. Maybe you have opened your heart again and again, only to feel unseen, unheard, or left with more questions than peace. And deep inside, you may have started to believe that love is hard, that love always hurts, that love asks too much from you before it gives anything back. But my dear, love was never meant to feel like a place where you lose yourself. Love was never meant to make you beg for care, shrink your needs, hide your feelings, or wait endlessly for someone to finally see your worth. Love in its true form is not a battle for attention. It is not a test of how much pain you can carry. It is not a reward given only after you prove that you are good enough. True love meets you differently when your heart begins to heal. When the heart is wounded, it does not always look for peace. It often looks for what feels familiar. It may reach for the same kind of love that once hurt it, because that is the pattern it knows. It may confuse anxiety with passion. It may confuse waiting with loyalty. It may confuse someone's distance with mystery. It may confuse being chosen sometimes with being truly loved. And this is why healing your heart first is so important. A healed heart does not chase in the same way. A healed heart does not mistake confusion for connection. A healed heart does not stay where it is slowly becoming smaller. A healed heart begins to say, love should not cost me my peace. Love should not make me abandon myself. Love should not make me feel like I must earn kindness from someone who is able to give it freely. When you heal your heart first, love begins to meet a different version of you. It no longer meets the part of you that is afraid of being left. It meets the part of you that knows you are already whole. It no longer meets the part of you that accepts little pieces of care and calls them enough. It meets the part of you that understands that love must come with respect, honesty, safety, and presence. It no longer meets the part of you that asks, how can I make them love me? It meets the part of you that asks, does this love feel peaceful to my soul? That question changes everything. Because when your heart is unhealed, you may choose love from fear. You may choose love because you do not want to be alone. You may choose love because someone gives you a little warmth after long coldness, and that little warmth feels like sunlight. You may choose love because it reminds you of an old wound you still want to fix. But when your heart begins to heal, you stop choosing love from emptiness. You begin choosing love from truth. You begin to understand that love does not have to feel like holding your breath. Love does not have to feel like checking, wondering, guessing, waiting, and hurting. Love does not have to feel like standing at a closed door, hoping someone will open it for you. Real love is not a locked door. Real love is a place where your heart can sit down and finally rest. And before that kind of love can feel natural outside of you, it must first become familiar inside of you. This is where your healing begins. Not with another person, not with a message, not with someone changing overnight, not with someone finally giving you the care you begged for. Your healing begins when you turn toward your own heart and say, I am here now. I will not leave you just because someone else did. I will not reject you just because someone else could not love you well. I will not make you chase what does not bring you peace. There is deep power in that. So many hearts are tired because they have been waiting for love to save them. They have been waiting for love to arrive like an answer to every old pain. They have been waiting for someone to say the perfect words, stay in the perfect way, heal the old loneliness, and make the past feel less heavy. And yes, love can be beautiful. Love can be supportive. Love can bring warmth to places inside you that were once cold. But love cannot do the inner work that your own soul is asking you to do. Another person can love you deeply, but if your heart is still carrying the belief that you are not enough, you may not trust that love. Someone can speak kindly to you, but if your inner voice is still cruel, kindness may feel strange. Someone can show up with care, but if your body is used to being hurt, safety may feel uncomfortable at first. This is why love changes when your heart changes. You do not attract differently only because the outside world changes. You receive differently because your inner world changes. You begin to notice what you once ignored. You begin to feel discomfort where you once made excuses. You begin to value peace more than attention. You begin to value consistency more than intense words. You begin to value a calm heart more than a dramatic connection. And slowly, love no longer feels like something you must win. It becomes something you are worthy of meeting in a healthy way. My dear, your heart is not broken because it loved. Your heart is tender because it tried so hard to find safety in places that could not give it. Your heart is not foolish because it hoped. Your heart is not weak because it stayed longer than it should have. Your heart was doing what it knew. It was reaching for love with the tools it had at the time. But now you are learning a new way. You are learning that healing is not closing your heart. Healing is teaching your heart that it no longer has to bleed to prove it is loving. You are learning that being open does not mean accepting everything. You are learning that forgiveness does not mean returning to what hurt you. You are learning that compassion does not mean carrying someone else's emotional weight until you lose your own strength. You are learning that loving someone deeply does not mean leaving yourself behind. This is the beginning of a different love, a love that does not ask you to disappear, a love that does not make you feel guilty for having needs, a love that does not make you afraid to speak honestly, a love that does not come only when you stop asking for it, a love that does not punish your tenderness, a love that does not play with your nervous system and call it passion, a love that does not leave you confused and then expect you to call that connection. When your heart heals, your definition of love becomes softer and stronger at the same time. Softer, because you no longer protect yourself through coldness. Stronger, because you no longer betray yourself for closeness. Softer, because you can still believe in love. Stronger, because you no longer give your whole soul to someone who only gives you pieces. Softer, because you still have warmth inside you. Stronger, because your warmth now includes wisdom. This is the kind of healing that changes your entire life. It changes how you speak to yourself in the quiet. It changes what you allow from others. It changes how long you wait for someone to become what they keep showing you they are not ready to be. It changes the way you read silence. It changes the way you respond to inconsistency. It changes the way you hold your own heart when someone else does not know how to hold it. And love will meet you differently because you will no longer be standing in the same place inside yourself. You will not be standing in fear, begging to be chosen. You will not be standing in doubt, wondering what you did wrong. You will not be standing in old shame, thinking you must become smaller to be loved. You will be standing in self-respect. You will be standing in peace. You will be standing in the quiet, knowing that love is not meant to make you question your value. Let these words enter gently. I heal my heart first, and love meets me in a new way. You do not have to force those words. Let them sit inside you like warmth. Let them remind you that your healing is not a punishment for what happened before. Your healing is a doorway. It is life guiding you back to yourself. It is your soul saying, you have carried enough. You have waited enough. You have doubted yourself enough. Come home now. And coming home to yourself is the beginning of love meeting you differently. Because when you come home to yourself, you stop treating every connection like it is your last chance. You stop giving people the power to decide whether you are worthy. You stop measuring your value by how someone replies, how someone stays, how someone chooses, or how someone leaves. You stop making your whole heart live inside someone else's behavior. You begin to belong to yourself again. And from that place, love feels different. It becomes less about being rescued and more about being met, less about being completed and more about being honored, less about needing someone to prove you are lovable, and more about sharing love from the truth that you already are. This is not about becoming perfect before love arrives. You do not need to be completely healed to be loved. You do not need to have every wound closed. You do not need to have every memory softened. You are worthy of love now. But healing your heart helps you receive love without handing it your pain and asking it to become your only medicine. Love can walk beside your healing, but it cannot replace your own self-love. Love can comfort you, but it cannot make you believe in your worth if you keep speaking to yourself like you are not enough. Love can hold your hand, but it cannot do the sacred work of helping you choose yourself. Love can be a blessing, but it should not be the only place where your heart feels safe. So today, let the first doorway be your own heart, not the heart you show the world when you are strong, Not the heart that pretends everything is fine. Not the heart that keeps giving while quietly aching. The real heart, the tired heart, the hopeful heart, the heart that still believes love is possible even after it has been disappointed. The heart that wants to trust again, but this time without losing itself. Speak to that heart with tenderness. Tell it, I am not angry at you for loving. I am not ashamed of you for hoping. I am not blaming you for staying. I understand why you did what you did. You wanted love. You wanted safety. You wanted to be chosen. But now we are learning something new. We are learning that love begins here. We are learning that peace matters. We are learning that we do not have to suffer to be loved. Those words are healing. They begin to repair the places where your heart felt blamed. They begin to soften the shame that came after disappointment. They begin to remind you that you are allowed to grow without hating the version of you who did not know better. The old you did not fail. The old you survived. The old you loved with all the strength they had. Now the new you is learning to love with wisdom, and that wisdom will change what love can bring into your life. Because your energy will no longer say, please do not leave me. It will say, I am already held by life. Your choices will no longer say, I will accept anything as long as I am not alone. They will say, I am peaceful with myself, and I welcome only what respects that peace. Your heart will no longer say, I need love to prove I am enough. It will say, I am enough, and love may join me in this truth. That is when love meets you differently. Not because you become harder, not because you stop caring, not because you close your heart and call it strength, but because you become more deeply rooted in yourself. You become kinder to yourself. You become clear about what love must feel like to be allowed close. And when you are rooted in your own worth, you no longer reach for anything just because it reaches back sometimes. You wait for what feels honest. You allow what feels calm. You welcome what feels safe. You trust what brings peace to your body, not only excitement to your mind. This is how the heart heals. Not all at once, not through pressure, not through harsh promises. It heals through gentle return. It heals each time you choose yourself without guilt. It heals each time you speak kindly to the part of you that was hurt. It heals each time you decide that love must include you, not only the other person. And as it heals, something beautiful happens. You stop asking, will they love me? And begin asking, can love grow here in a healthy way? You stop asking, am I enough for them? And begin asking, does this connection honor the person I am becoming? You stop asking, why was I not chosen? And begin asking, where is life guiding me now? Those new questions open new doors. Love may have felt heavy before because your heart was trying to carry too much. It was carrying old disappointment. It was carrying words that were never healed. It was carrying moments when you felt ignored, replaced, forgotten, or not important enough. It was carrying the fear that if you did not hold on tightly, love would leave. It was carrying the belief that if someone pulled away, you had to work harder to bring them closer. It was carrying the ache of giving more than you received and still wondering if you were the problem. My dear, that is a heavy way to love. When love comes through an unhealed heart, it can feel more like survival than connection. You may find yourself watching every change in tone. You may wonder what every silence means. You may feel your body become tight when someone becomes distant. You may lose sleep over things that should have been spoken with honesty. You may start to feel that love is something you must manage, protect, and prove every day. But love was never meant to make your heart live in fear. If love has felt heavy, it does not mean you are bad at love. It does not mean you are too emotional. It does not mean you are too much. It may simply mean that your heart learned to connect love with worry. Somewhere along the way, your heart may have learned that love can leave without warning. Love can become cold. Love can make you question yourself. Love can ask you to wait, guess, forgive, and understand more than your spirit can carry. And when the heart learns this, it begins to protect itself in painful ways. It may chase because it fears being abandoned. It may overgive because it fears being rejected. It may stay silent because it fears being too much. It may accept confusion because it fears having nothing at all. It may hold on to small signs of care and ignore large signs of pain. It may tell itself, maybe if I love better, they will finally love me the way I need. But love is not meant to be earned by self-abandonment. You do not need to become smaller to be loved. You do not need to silence your needs to keep someone close. You do not need to make excuses for pain just because you see good in someone. You do not need to wait endlessly for a person to become gentle with your heart. You do not need to turn yourself into a safe place for someone who keeps making you feel unsafe. This is where many hearts become tired. They give and give, hoping love will finally return in the same way. They understand, forgive, wait, and soften. They try to be patient. They try to be kind. They try to see the best. And there is beauty in having a loving heart. There is beauty in patience. There is beauty in compassion. But compassion without self-respect can become a quiet wound. You can understand someone and still admit that they hurt you. You can love someone and still know they are not able to meet you in a healthy way. You can forgive someone and still choose not to return to the same pain. You can wish someone peace and still decide that your own peace matters too. This is not coldness. This is healing. Love has felt heavy before because you may have believed that choosing yourself meant losing love. But the truth is, any love that requires you to lose yourself is not the love your healed heart is asking for. Any love that punishes you for needing clarity is not the love your soul is calling in. Any love that makes you feel guilty for wanting respect is not the love that will help you feel safe. Your heart is not asking for perfection. It is asking for safety. It is asking for love that does not turn care into confusion. It is asking for love that does not make honesty feel dangerous. It is asking for love that does not disappear when feelings become real. It is asking for love that does not need you to perform, chase, or become someone else to stay connected. Maybe you have loved people who could only meet you in pieces. They gave you moments of warmth, but not steady key. They gave you words, but not consistent action. They gave you hope, but not peace. And because your heart wanted so badly to believe in the good, you may have held on to the moments that felt beautiful and ignored the patterns that felt painful. Do not blame yourself for that. A hopeful heart will look for light, even in places that are dim. A loving heart will try to understand, even when it is hurting. A tender heart will wait longer than it should because it believes love can change things. That does not make you foolish. It makes you human. It means you were trying to find safety with the understanding you had at that time. But now you are being invited into a deeper understanding. You can love the light in someone and still recognize that their pattern hurts you. You can see their potential and still accept their present behavior. You can care deeply and still choose distance. You can remember the beautiful moments and still admit that the whole connection did not bring peace to your heart. Healing begins when you stop arguing with what your heart already knows. If something keeps making you anxious, your body is speaking. If something keeps making you feel small, your spirit is speaking. If something keeps leaving you confused, your peace is speaking. If something keeps asking you to abandon your own needs, your self-worth is asking to come home. You do not need to hate anyone to choose yourself. You do not need to prove that someone was bad. You do not need to make a dramatic decision in your mind. You only need to become honest with your own heart. You only need to say, "This has been heavy. I am tired of calling heaviness love." That sentence can open a new life. Because when you finally admit that something feels heavy, you stop pretending your heart is fine. You stop forcing yourself to be grateful for little pieces while your soul is starving for wholeness. You stop asking yourself to be quiet when your body is clearly saying, "This does not feel safe." You stop turning your pain into patience. There is patience that comes from love, and there is patience that comes from fear. Patience from love feels calm. It does not destroy your peace. It does not make you question your worth. It does not make you beg for basic care. Patience from fear feels like waiting for someone to finally become kind. It feels like staying because you are afraid nothing better will come. It feels like accepting pain, because at least there is a little love mixed inside it. My dear, your heart deserves better than pain with small moments of sweetness. It deserves love that feels honest, love that feels clear, love that feels kind, love that does not make you earn every gentle word, love that does not make you wonder where you stand, love that does not use your softness against you, love that does not enjoy your giving but ignore your needs. And before that love arrives from another, you must begin to give parts of it to yourself. You begin by speaking to yourself with care. You begin by not calling yourself foolish for what you once accepted. You begin by not making your past choices a reason to shame yourself. You begin by saying, I understand why I stayed. I understand why I hoped. I understand why I wanted this to work. But now I am learning to honor myself. That is self-love in action. Not just pretty words, not just looking in the mirror and saying something kind. Self-love is the moment you stop explaining away your own pain. Self-love is the moment you stop making someone else's comfort more important than your own truth. Self-love is the moment you decide that your heart does not have to keep breaking quietly just to keep someone close. Love has felt heavy because you may have been trying to make someone else's love become proof of your value. When they gave attention, you felt worthy. When they became distant, you felt afraid. When they chose you, you relaxed. When they ignored you, you questioned everything about yourself. This is what happens when your worth is placed in another person's hands. Your heart rises and falls with their behavior. Your peace becomes dependent on their mood. Your confidence becomes tied to their ability to love you well. That is not freedom. Freedom is remembering that your worth was never created by their attention, and it cannot be destroyed by their absence. Your value does not disappear because someone could not see it. Your beauty does not fade because someone took it for granted. Your heart is not less lovable because someone did not know how to care for it. Their limits are not the truth of your worth. Let this settle deeply. The way someone loved you before is not the measure of the love you are worthy of receiving. Maybe they loved you with confusion because they were confused inside themselves. Maybe they loved you with distance because closeness frightened them. Maybe they loved you with half effort because they had never learned wholeness. Maybe they loved you in the only way they knew, but that does not mean it was enough for your heart. You are allowed to say, I understand, and still I need more peace than this. Those words are not selfish. They are honest, and honesty is a doorway to healing. A heart that has been through pain often feels guilty for wanting more. It says, maybe I should be grateful. It says, maybe I am asking too much. It says, maybe this is all love is. But no, my dear, wanting respect is not asking too much. Wanting kindness is not asking too much. Wanting honesty is not asking too much. Wanting someone to show up with care is not asking too much. Wanting a love that feels safe is not asking too much. It is your heart remembering its natural dignity. Love has felt heavy because somewhere inside you may have learned that your needs are a burden. Maybe you learned to stay quiet to keep peace. Maybe you learned to make everyone else comfortable. Maybe you learned to be easy to love by never asking for much. But the love meant for your healed heart will not require you to erase your needs. It will not make you feel guilty for having feelings. It will not make your tenderness feel like a problem. The love that meets you differently will meet your truth, not only your pleasing. But first, you must stop rejecting your own truth. You must stop saying, "It does not matter," when it matters. You must stop saying, "I am fine," when your heart is aching. You must stop saying, "Maybe I am too sensitive," when your spirit is trying to protect you. Sensitivity is not weakness. Your heart's ability to feel deeply is not a flaw. But when deep feeling is not supported by self-worth, it can keep you attached to what hurts. So your healing is not about feeling less. It is about honoring what you feel with more love and more wisdom. You can feel love and still choose peace. You can miss someone and still not return. You can care and still create space. You can wish things were different and still accept what is true. You can grieve what you hoped for and still move toward what your heart deserves. This is the sacred middle place where healing begins. It is the place where you no longer deny the love you felt, but you also no longer deny the pain you carried. It is the place where you can say, "Yes, I loved. Yes, I hoped. Yes, I gave from my heart. And yes, I am allowed to heal now." It is the place where you stop turning love into a reason to stay wounded. My dear, you are not hard to love because someone made love feel hard. You are not too much because someone could not meet your depth. You are not needy because you wanted care. You are not weak because you wanted reassurance. You are not foolish because you believed in love. You are a heart that is learning to come back into balance. And balance means you can love without losing yourself. You can care without carrying everything. You can forgive without forgetting your own needs. You can stay open without staying available to pain. You can believe in love without handing your peace to anyone who has not earned that trust. This is how love becomes lighter. Not because every person becomes gentle, not because every past wound disappears, not because every hope comes true in the way you imagined. Love becomes lighter because you become more honest with yourself. You stop calling fear devotion. You stop calling anxiety passion. You stop calling waiting proof of love. You stop calling self-abandonment loyalty. You begin to call things by their true names. Peace is peace. Confusion is confusion. Care is care. Neglect is neglect. Love is love. Attachment is attachment. Hope is hope. Reality is reality. And when you begin to see clearly, your heart no longer has to suffer in the fog. Clarity is one of the greatest gifts of healing. It may hurt at first because clarity sometimes shows you what you tried not to see, but clarity does not come to punish you. It comes to free you. It says, now you can stop blaming yourself. Now you can stop chasing an answer that has already been shown. Now you can stop bending your whole life around someone else's uncertainty. Now you can return to yourself. And returning to yourself is where love becomes sacred again. Not desperate, not heavy, not full of fear. Sacred, clean, honest, warm, rooted, gentle, strong. This is the love your heart is preparing for. But first, it must release the belief that heaviness is normal. It must release the belief that love must hurt before it becomes real. It must release the belief that being chosen by someone else is more important than being at peace with yourself. Let your heart hear this clearly. You are allowed to want love that feels calm. You are allowed to want a connection where your body does not feel like it is always waiting for bad news. You are allowed to want someone who listens when you speak. You are allowed to want emotional safety. You are allowed to want warmth that does not disappear without care. You are allowed to want love that meets you in the daylight, not only in hidden corners of uncertainty. And if that kind of love has not yet arrived, it does not mean it is not possible. It may mean your heart is still learning how to stop accepting the old version. It may mean you are being guided through a season where you choose yourself more deeply. It may mean life is teaching you the difference between what feels intense and what feels healthy. It may mean you are being prepared to receive love without fear controlling your choices. This season is not empty. It is healing ground. Every time you choose peace over old attachment, healing happens. Every time you refuse to speak cruelly to yourself, healing happens. Every time you tell the truth about what hurt you, healing happens. Every time you stop chasing what does not choose you clearly, healing happens. Every time you give your heart the care you wanted from someone else, healing happens. And slowly, love becomes lighter inside you. You begin to feel that love is not only something another person brings. Love is the way you come back to yourself. Love is the way you stop calling yourself unworthy. Love is the way you make your room peaceful. Love is the way you feed your body with care. Love is the way you rest without guilt. Love is the way you stop reopening wounds just because loneliness knocks at the door. Love is the way you tell yourself, I am still here and I will not abandon myself again. The first real shift happens when you stop asking love to heal the wound you have not yet held with your own tenderness. This may sound simple, but it is deep. Because many people are not only looking for love, They are looking for someone to finally repair the pain that began long before the relationship. They are looking for someone to prove they are not too much, someone to prove they will not be abandoned, someone to prove they are lovable, someone to prove that what happened before it'll never happen again. And while it is natural to want reassurance, another person cannot become the only place where your heart feels safe. When someone else becomes your only source of safety, every small change in them becomes a storm inside you. Their silence feels like danger. Their distance feels like rejection. Their mood feels like your responsibility. Their attention feels like your oxygen. And slowly, love begins to feel less like love and more like fear dressed in the clothing of connection. This is why healing your heart first is not a small thing. It is the foundation. You are not healing so that you never need anyone. You are healing so that you can love without panic. You are healing so that you can receive care without clinging to it. You are healing so that you can speak your needs without feeling ashamed. You are healing so that you can recognize the difference between love that supports you and love that activates every old wound inside you. There is a softer way to love. It begins when you take back the work that belongs to your own soul, not with blame, not with pressure, not with anger toward yourself, but with honesty. You say, "There is pain in me that I have been trying to solve through another person. There is loneliness in me that I have been trying to cover with attention. There is fear in me that I have been trying to calm through being chosen. And now I am ready to meet those places with love." That is power. Because the moment you stop making another person responsible for the wound, you begin to reclaim your own healing. You stop waiting for someone else to say the perfect thing before you can feel peace. You stop needing someone else to behave in a certain way before you can feel whole. You stop handing your heart to someone and saying, "Please make me feel valuable." Your value is not waiting outside of you. It is already here, beneath the fear, beneath the old pain, beneath the stories you learned about yourself. Your value has not left you. You may have forgotten it. You may have placed it in hands that did not know how to hold it. You may have measured it through love that was not steady. But your value itself remained untouched. A person can fail to love you well, and still you remain lovable. A person can choose distance, and still you remain worthy of closeness. A person can misunderstand your heart, and still your heart remains beautiful. A person can leave, and still life does not leave you. A person can reject you, and still your soul remains whole. This is the truth your healing wants you to remember. When you ask love to heal what you have not faced, you may place too much weight on the relationship. You may expect it to calm every fear, fill every empty place, and repair every past wound. Then, when the relationship cannot carry all of that, you feel disappointed, frightened, or abandoned all over again. But the relationship was never meant to become the whole home of your healing. Your heart must become a home too. That means Begin to sit with your feelings instead of running from them. You begin to listen to your loneliness instead of letting it choose for you. You begin to comfort the part of you that feels unchosen instead of begging someone else to choose you. You begin to speak gently to the part of you that fears abandonment instead of returning to places that keep reopening that fear. This is not always easy, but it is freeing. Because when you become present with your own heart, you stop confusing intensity with healing. You stop thinking that someone who awakens all your old fear must be your deepest love. You stop believing that emotional highs and lows are proof of destiny. You begin to understand that sometimes the body feels drawn to what is familiar, even if it is not healthy. And once you understand that, you can choose differently. You can notice when a connection makes you anxious and ask, is this love or is this an old wound being touched? You can notice when you feel desperate for someone's attention and ask, am I reaching for them or am I reaching for the safety I have not yet given myself? You can notice when you want to chase and ask, what part of me is afraid right now? These questions do not shame you. They open you. They help you stop reacting from the wound and start responding from wisdom. They help you separate the present moment from the old pain. They help you say, this feeling is real, but it may not be the whole truth. This fear is loud, but it does not have to lead me. This ache is asking for love, and I can begin by giving it love myself. My dear, this is how self-healing begins. Not by pretending you do not want love, not by acting like you are above connection, not by becoming cold or distant. Healing begins when you become honest about what you have been asking love to do for you. It begins when you see that you have sometimes asked love to erase your loneliness, silence your self-doubt, prove your worth, and fix your past. And then, with deep kindness, you take those requests back into your own heart. You say, I will not ask love to carry what I have not yet held. I will not ask someone else to become the only answer to my pain. I will not make another person the keeper of my peace. I will meet myself here. I will heal gently. I will learn to feel safe inside my own being. This is not separation from love. This is preparation for love. Because the more you heal inside, the more you can meet love without fear controlling your eyes. You can see the person in front of you more clearly. You do not need to make them bigger than they are. You do not need to turn a small gesture into a promise. You do not need to make potential more important than reality. You do not need to hold on to someone just because they touch an old longing. You can love with open eyes. An open-eyed love is beautiful. It is not blind. It is not desperate. It is not controlled by fantasy. It sees the truth and still remains kind. It sees the good, but it also sees the pattern. It can appreciate warmth without ignoring pain. It can enjoy connection without losing self-respect. It can say yes when love is healthy and no when love is harmful. This is the maturity of a healing heart. A healing heart does not demand perfection. It simply no longer volunteers for repeated pain. It does not expect another person to never make mistakes. It simply knows the difference between a mistake and a pattern. It does not run at the first sign of discomfort. It simply listens when discomfort becomes the main language of the connection. There is wisdom growing in you now. You may not feel it every day, but it is there. It grows each time you choose not to blame yourself for someone else's behavior. It grows each time you let yourself feel sad without going back to what broke you. It grows each time you remind yourself that missing someone does not mean you are meant to return. It grows each time you tell your heart, I know you hurt, but we are not going to abandon ourselves for love anymore. That sentence is a turning point. Because there was a time when you may have left yourself to keep someone else. You may have ignored your intuition. You may have softened your truth. You may have made your needs smaller. You may have accepted less and called it patience. You may have made their pain more important than your own. You may have tried to love them into loving you better. But now you are learning that love cannot grow in a place where you keep disappearing. For love to meet you differently, you must show up differently. Not louder, not harder, not colder, more honestly, more gently, more rooted in your worth. You show up as someone who can love deeply, but not at the price of self-loss. You show up as someone who can forgive, but not keep returning to the same wound. You show up as someone who can care, but not carry the whole relationship alone. This is a sacred kind of strength. It does not need to announce itself. It does not need to prove anything. It simply changes what you allow. It changes the way you speak. It changes the way you wait. It changes the way you leave when peace is no longer present. It changes the way you receive when love arrives with true care. And the world responds to this change, not always immediately, not always in the way the mind expects. But your life begins to rearrange around your new standard. The people who only knew how to reach the wounded version of you may not understand the healed boundaries of you. The connections that depended on your overgiving may become uncomfortable when you stop overgiving. The patterns that once felt normal may begin to feel impossible. This is not loss. This is alignment. You are not losing love. You are losing the version of love that required you to lose yourself. You are not becoming difficult. You are becoming honest. You are not closing your heart. You are protecting the softness that remains. You are not rejecting connection. You are preparing to receive a connection that can meet the truth of who you are. Let your heart are this. My healing begins with me. Not because you are alone. Not because no one will love you. Not because love is not coming. But because you are worthy of feeling whole even before someone stands beside you. You are worthy of peace now. You are worthy of tenderness now. You are worthy of speaking kindly to yourself now. You are worthy of rest from the old pattern now. You do not have to wait for someone's apology to begin healing. You do not have to wait for someone's return to feel worthy. You do not have to wait for someone to understand your pain before you validate it. You do not have to wait for love outside you before you begin practicing love inside you. Begin here. Place your attention on the heart that has carried so much. Let it soften under your own kindness. Let it know that you are not angry anymore. Let it know that you are not going to make it chase peace. Let it know that you will listen when it feels tired. Let it know that you will not force it to stay where it feels unseen. This is how the heart learns safety. It learns safety when you keep your own promises. It learns safety when you stop betraying your feelings. It learns safety when you choose rest instead of emotional chaos. It learns safety when you no longer call inconsistency love. It learns safety when you stop using hope to cover reality. And once your heart begins to feel safe with you, love outside of you feels different. You no longer need someone to complete you. You want someone to meet you. You no longer need someone to rescue you from loneliness. You want someone to share peace with you. You no longer need someone to prove your worth. You want someone who honors the worth you already know. You no longer need love to be dramatic to feel real. You begin to recognize the beauty of calm, steady, respectful love. That is a new world. A world where love does not make you lose sleep every night. A world where love does not punish you for caring. A world where love does not make your nervous system live in fear. A world where love feels like truth, not confusion. A world where love brings warmth, not constant ache. This world begins inside you. It begins when you stop asking another person to heal the place where you have not yet loved yourself. It begins when you become gentle with the ache instead of handing it to someone who does not know how to hold it. It begins when you stop waiting for someone else to say, "You matter," and you begin saying it to yourself with steady devotion. You matter. Your heart matters. Your peace matters. Your needs matter. Your softness matters. Your healing matters. The love you are calling in should not require you to forget any of these truths. So let this be the first great shift in your love life. Before you ask who will love you, ask how you can love yourself with more honesty today. Before you ask when love will arrive, ask whether your heart feels safe enough to receive healthy love. Before you ask why the past happened, ask what the past is teaching you about your worth now, and let the answer be gentle. It is teaching you to return to yourself. It is teaching you to stop confusing pain with devotion. It is teaching you to stop turning your wounds into standards. It is teaching you that love will meet you differently when you stop meeting yourself through old hurt. My dear, your heart is not late. It is learning. It is learning how to open without breaking. It is learning how to trust without losing wisdom. It is learning how to care without overgiving. It is learning how to receive without fear. It is learning how to be loved without needing pain to make love feel familiar. And as your heart learns, love will change around you. You may begin to attract different energy. You may begin to choose different people. You may begin to walk away sooner from what once kept you trapped for years. You may begin to feel peace where you once felt panic. You may begin to understand that your healing is not blocking love. Your healing is guiding love toward the version of you that can finally receive it with an open, peaceful heart. Let this truth stay with you as we move forward. I am no longer asking love to save me from myself. I am learning to love myself so deeply that love outside of me must meet me with respect. That is where the old pattern begins to break. That is where the heart begins to trust itself again. That is where love starts meeting you differently. The heart does not always choose what is peaceful. Sometimes the heart chooses what it already knows. This is why love can feel so confusing. You may look back and wonder why you stayed in places that hurt you. You may wonder why you felt pulled towards someone who could not give you peace. You may wonder why a part of you kept hoping even when another part of you knew you were tired. And because you do not understand it, you may blame yourself. You may say, "Why did I allow that? Why did I keep giving? Why did I keep waiting?" But my dear, the answer is not that you were foolish. The answer is that old wounds often look for familiar love. If your heart became used to waiting, waiting may feel normal. If your heart became used to being ignored, distance may feel familiar. If your heart became used to proving itself, you may feel drawn to people who make you prove your worth again. If your heart became used to emotional confusion, peace may feel strange at first, while uncertainty may feel like connection. This is not your fault. It is a pattern. And what is a pattern? It is simply something repeated so many times that the mind and body begin to expect it. If you have lived through love that was uncertain, your body may begin to prepare for uncertainty. It may start to scan for signs. It may wonder what someone means. It may feel nervous when everything becomes quiet. It may feel drawn to people who give affection and then pull away, because that back and forth feeling touches something old inside you. The unhealed heart does not always ask, "Is this good for me?" Sometimes it asks, "Does this feel like what I already know?" And what you already know may not be what you deserve. This is why healing is so sacred. Healing helps you stop confusing familiar with safe. It helps you stop confusing intensity with love. It helps you stop confusing longing with destiny. It helps you stop confusing someone's absence with a reason to try harder. A heart that has been hurt may believe love must be earned. It may believe love comes only after proving, pleasing, forgiving, waiting, and shrinking. It may believe that if someone is hard to reach, they must be valuable. It may believe that if love feels uncertain, then winning it will finally heal the old wound. But love is not meant to be a wound you keep trying to win. Love is not meant to keep your nervous system in fear. Love is not meant to make you feel chosen only when someone decides to be warm. Love is not meant to make you live from small signs, small hopes, small moments of attention. Love is not meant to make you feel grateful for the smallest kindness while your deeper needs remain untouched. When your heart heals, it begins to notice the difference. It notices that a calm connection is not boring. It is safe. It notices that steady care is not weak. It is healthy. It notices that someone who speaks clearly is not less exciting. They are emotionally present. It notices that peace is not emptiness. Peace is what love should have felt like all along. This may take time to accept because sometimes your body does not trust peace right away. When you have lived in emotional tension, calm can feel unfamiliar. A gentle person may feel strange because they do not activate the old fear. A steady connection may feel quiet because it does not pull you into chasing. A respectful love may feel simple because it does not ask you to fight for basic care. And the old wound may whisper, "Where is the passion? Where is the pull? Where is the drama?" But your healed heart will answer, "I no longer need pain to prove love is real." That sentence carries freedom. You do not need to feel anxious to feel connected. You do not need to feel unsure to feel attached. You do not need to feel afraid of losing someone to call it love. You do not need to keep proving that you are worth staying for. The love that is right for your healing heart will not make you question your place every day. It will not ask you to become silent about your needs. It will not make you feel guilty for wanting care. It will not make honesty feel dangerous. It will not reward your overgiving and ignore your tiredness. It will not enjoy your softness while refusing to protect it. This is why old wounds must be seen with love. If an old wound is not seen, it will choose for you. It will pull you toward the same feeling again and again. It will call old pain chemistry. It will call uncertainty excitement. It will call inconsistency mystery. It will call emotional hunger devote on. And each time you may feel like you are starting a new love when truly you are returning to an old lesson in a new form. But the moment you see the pattern begins to lose power. You begin to say, "This feeling is familiar, but is it healthy?" You begin to say, "This connection touches something old in me, but does it bring peace to the person I am becoming?" You begin to say, "I feel pulled, but am I being honored?" You begin to say, "I feel hope, but is there truth here?" These questions are not cold, they are loving. They protect your heart from repeating pain in the name of love. My dear, you are allowed to be honest about what you have called love before. You are allowed to admit that some connections were built more on fear than peace. You are allowed to admit that some people felt powerful because they were hard to receive. You are allowed to admit that you gave too much because you wanted to be chosen. You are allowed to admit that you accepted less because a part of you did not yet believe more was possible. And still, you do not need to punish yourself. The version of you who accepted those things was trying to survive emotionally. That version of you wanted love. That version of you wanted safety. That version of you wanted to be held, seen, remembered, and chosen. That version of you did not need shame. That version needed tenderness. So give tenderness now. Say to the old version of yourself, I understand why you reached for that love. I understand why you hoped. I understand why you tried so hard. I understand why you stayed. You were looking for home. But now I know that home must begin inside me. This is how the pattern changes. Not by hating the old self, not by becoming angry at your own heart, not by saying you should have known better. You change the pattern by bringing love to the place that once chose from fear. You bring warmth to the wound. You bring truth to the confusion. You bring self-respect to the part of you that once settled for emotional crumbs. And slowly, your heart learns a new feeling. It learns that love can be calm. It learns that love can answer without making you beg. It learns that love can listen without turning your feelings into a problem. It learns that love can stay kind even during hard moments. It learns that love can bring peace to your body instead of making your whole system feel unsafe. This is important because your body knows love before your mind explains it. Your body knows when you are shrinking. Your body knows when you are waiting too long. Your body knows when someone's energy makes you feel unseen. Your body knows when your heart is trying to make excuses for pain. Your body knows when you are walking away from yourself to keep walking towards someone else. And your body also knows when peace is present. It knows the softness of being heard. It knows the relief of clear words. It knows the safety of steady care. It knows the warmth of someone who does not make you compete for kindness. It knows the difference. See between love that drains you and love that nourishes you. Begin to trust that knowing. You do not need to overthink every sign. You do not need to explain away every feeling. You do not need to force your heart to accept what your body keeps rejecting. You do not need to convince yourself that confusion is normal. You do not need to talk yourself into staying where your peace keeps leaving. Healing helps you hear the quiet truth beneath the loud hope. Hope is beautiful, but hope must not become a blindfold. Hope must not keep you loyal to a place that keeps hurting you. Hope must not turn someone's potential into your prison. Hope must not make you wait for a future version of love while your present heart keeps breaking. The healed heart still has hope, but it has wisdom too. It says, I can believe in love without ignoring reality. It says, I can care about someone without carrying the whole connection. It says, I can want love and still choose peace. It says, I can miss what was beautiful and still release what was painful. That is a new kind of love inside you. It is not desperate. It is devoted to truth. It does not chase pain. It honors peace. It does not call inconsistency romantic. It calls it what it is. It does not give endless chances to what keeps harming the heart. It gives the heart a chance to heal. You may notice that as you heal, certain old connections no longer feel the same. The things you once accepted may begin to feel too heavy. The excuses you once made may no longer sound believable. The waiting you once called loyalty may begin to feel like self-abandonment. The silence you once tolerated may begin to feel like a message. This is growth. Growth can feel uncomfortable because it removes the old hiding places. It asks you to stop pretending that pain is peace. It asks you to stop decorating confusion with spiritual meaning. It asks you to stop giving sacred names to connections that keep you wounded. It asks you to love yourself enough to tell the truth. And the truth may be simple. You wanted love. You gave love. You hoped love would become safer. But now your heart is asking for something different. Not because you failed, not because you are bitter, not because you do not believe in love anymore, but because you are ready for love that does not require you to betray your own spirit. That readiness changes everything. When you are ready, you stop seeing every ending as rejection. Sometimes an ending is your heart being released from a pattern. Sometimes distance is life protecting you from deeper pain. Sometimes silence is showing you what words could not. Sometimes what leaves is making room for what can truly meet you. You are allowed to let love teach you without letting it destroy you. You are allowed to say, "This taught me what I needed to see. This showed me where I needed healing. This revealed the places inside me that were still afraid. And now I bless the lesson, but I do not need to keep living inside it." That is the healed heart speaking. The healed heart does not need to hate the past. It simply does not need to repeat it. It does not need to close forever. It simply opens with wisdom. It does not need to call every person wrong. It simply knows what is right for its peace. My dear, if old wounds have chosen familiar love before, forgive yourself. You were learning. You were trying to find safety with the map you had. But now life is placing a new map in your hands. This map does not lead you back to pain. It leads you back to yourself. And when you return to yourself, love must meet you differently. It can no longer meet you in the place where you beg for small signs. It can no longer meet you in the place where you silence your needs. It can no longer meet you in the place where you mistake worry for closeness. It must meet the version of you that has begun to know peace. This is why your healing matters, because the more your heart heals, the less attractive chaos becomes. The less exciting inconsistency becomes. The less powerful old patterns become, the more you value calm, the more you value truth, the more you value emotional safety, the more you value yourself. And when you value yourself, love changes its shape in your life. It becomes something you choose with care, not something you chase from fear. It becomes something you allow to grow, not something you force to survive. It becomes something that adds warmth to your life, not something that becomes your whole reason to breathe. So let the old wound rest now. Let it know it does not have to choose anymore. Let it know the healed part of you is learning to lead. Let it know you are no longer available for love that repeats the same ache. Let it know peace is no longer strange. Peace is welcome. Peace is safe. Peace is love returning in a healthier form. Your heart does not need another emotional storm. It needs safety. It does not need another connection that keeps it guessing. It does not need another love that comes close and then moves away without care. It does not need another place where it has to hide its real feelings to stay accepted. It does not need another person who enjoys your love but cannot honor your heart. Your heart needs a place to exhale. For a long time, you may have believed romance was the answer. You may have believed that if someone loved you, the ache would stop. If someone chose you, the fear would quiet. If someone held you, the old loneliness would finally disappear. And yes, loving connection can be beautiful. It can bring warmth. It can bring joy. It can remind you that life is tender. But romance without safety can become another wound. If love does not feel safe, the heart cannot open fully. It may open for a little while, then close again in fear. It may want closeness, but also fear being hurt. It may crave affection, but question whether it is real. It may receive a kind word, but still wait for the moment it disappears. It may hold on tightly, not because it is peaceful, but because it is afraid. This is why safety must come before romance. Safety is not boring. Safety is not small. Safety is not a lack of passion. Safety is the ground where real love can grow. Without safety, love becomes unstable. With safety, love becomes nourishing. Safety says, you can be yourself here. Safety says, your feelings matter here. Safety says, you do not have to earn kindness here. Safety says, you can speak honestly and love will not disappear as punishment. Safety says, you are not too much for needing care. That is what your heart has been longing for. Not just attention, not just chemistry, not just beautiful words, not just the rush of being wanted. Your heart has been longing for emotional safety. The kind of safety that lets your body relax. The the kind of safety that does not make you question your worth, the kind of safety that allows love to feel like peace, not pressure. My dear, real love should not make you feel like you are always standing on unstable ground. Real love should not make you feel like every conversation might be the end. Real love should not make you afraid to ask simple questions. Real love should not make you study someone's mood as if your peace depends on it. Real love should not make you feel like you are always too close to being abandoned. The love meant for your healing heart will not ask your nervous system to live in survival mode. It will not make you feel that you must perform to be kept. It will not use silence as control. It will not treat your tenderness as weakness. It will not take your patience and call it permission to neglect you. It will not demand your love while refusing your needs. This does not mean love will never have challenges. Every real connection has moments that require understanding, honesty, patience, and growth. But healthy love does not make pain the center of the relationship. Healthy love can face hard moments without turning them into emotional danger. Healthy love can disagree without destroying safety. Healthy love can be honest without becoming cruel. That is the difference. A wounded heart may think love must feel intense all the time. It may believe that if there is no ache, no longing, no fear, then maybe it is not real. But that is the old pattern speaking. The healed heart begins to understand that love does not have to burn to be real. It can warm, it can hold, it can steady. It can bring a soft kind of joy that does not frighten the body. Let your heart become familiar with that kind of love. A love that does not make you chase. A love that does not make you compete. A love that does not make you feel like you must be perfect to be kept. A love that does not punish you for being honest. A love that does not disappear when you need comfort. A love that can sit with your truth without turning away. Before you receive that from another, begin creating it inside yourself. Become safe for your own heart. Do not attack yourself when you feel deeply. Do not shame yourself when you miss someone. Do not call yourself weak when you are healing. Do not speak to yourself as if your needs are a problem. Do not abandon yourself the moment someone else becomes uncertain. Your heart watches how you treat it. If you keep ignoring your pain, your heart learns it is not safe with you. If you keep returning to what hurts, your heart learns its warnings do not matter. If you keep speaking harshly to yourself, your heart learns love sounds like criticism. But if you listen, if you comfort, if you choose peace, if you honor your needs, your heart begins to trust you again. This is the most important relationship you will ever repair. The relationship between you and your own heart. You repair it by telling the truth. You repair it by resting when you are tired. You repair it by leaving what keeps reopening the wound. You repair it by giving yourself permission to feel without judgment. You repair it by saying, I will not make you beg for love anymore. I will not make you chase peace anymore. I will not make you stay where you feel unseen. That is safety. And once your heart feels safe with you, romance becomes different. You no longer seek someone to rescue you from yourself. You no longer cling to someone simply because they give you attention. You no longer accept emotional hunger as love. You begin to choose from calm. You begin to say, does this person bring peace to my life? You begin to say, can I be honest here? You begin to say, do I feel more like myself in this connection or less like myself? You begin to say, is my heart expanding or is it shrinking? These questions guide you toward love that can meet you with care. The heart that feels safe does not need to rush. It does not need to force closeness. It does not need to turn every kind word into a future. It does not need to ignore red flags because loneliness is loud. It does not need to prove its value by giving too much too soon. A safe heart moves with wisdom. It can enjoy love without losing itself. It can be open without being unprotected. It can be warm without being blind. It can trust slowly. It can receive gently. It can allow connection to grow through truth instead of fantasy. That is how love becomes healthy. Not because you control everything, not because you never feel fear, not because you become perfect, but because you no longer let fear lead every choice. You no longer let old wounds decide what love means. You no longer let loneliness choose what your healing heart should accept. The love that meets you differently will meet the part of you that values peace, and this may change what you are drawn to. You may begin to feel less interested in people who only offer intensity. You may begin to feel tired around mixed signals. You may begin to lose attraction for connections that make you anxious. You may begin to feel more drawn to kindness, clarity, emotional steadiness, and simple respect. This is not you becoming less romantic. This is you becoming more whole. A whole heart still loves deeply. It still feels beauty. It still enjoys affection. It still wants connection. But it no longer believes love must come with fear attached. It no longer believes that emotional pain is proof of depth. It no longer believes that being chosen by the wrong person is better than being peaceful alone. My dear, peaceful alone is not failure. Peaceful alone is a sacred place where the heart learns its own worth again. It is where you hear your own thoughts without another person's confusion covering them. It is where you remember what you like, what you need, what you feel, what you dream. It is where you stop making another person the center of your emotional weather. And from that place, love can come without becoming your whole identity. It can be a blessing, not a lifeline. It can be a garden, not a battlefield. It can be a meeting of two hearts, not the rescue of an abandoned one. It can be a shared path, not a place where you disappear. This is why your heart needs safety before it needs romance. Because romance without safety may feel exciting at first, but it cannot hold you in the long run. Romance without safety can become a beautiful door that leads back into old pain. Romance without safety can keep you attached to hope while your heart becomes tired. Romance without safety can make you call anxiety love because the emotion feels strong. But safety gives love roots. Safety allows trust to grow. Safety allows honesty to breathe. Safety allows affection to feel clean. Safety allows the body to soften. Safety allows the heart to stay open without fear of being punished for its openness. Let this become your new standard. Love must feel safe to my heart. Not perfect, not always easy, not without growth, but safe. Safe enough to speak, safe enough to rest, safe enough to be seen, safe enough to have needs, safe enough to be human, safe enough to be honest, safe enough to feel loved even when life is not perfect. If a connection cannot offer safety, do not force your heart to call it home. Your heart is too precious for that. It has carried too much. It has survived too many quiet disappointments. It has loved through fear, waited through silence, hoped through confusion, and still it is here, still willing to heal, still willing to believe in love. So treat it as sacred. Before you open it to another person, open it to yourself with care. Before you ask another person to hold it with kindness. Before you ask love to meet you differently, meet your own heart differently. Meet it with patience. Meet it with respect. Meet it with gentleness. Meet it with truth. Meet it with the promise that you will not keep handing it to places that do not know how to care for it. And as you do this, your heart begins to feel safe again. It begins to trust that you will listen. It begins to believe that its feelings matter. It begins to understand that love is not supposed to feel like danger. It begins to relax into the idea that peace is possible. It begins to welcome a softer kind of love. A love that does not need you to prove. A love that does not need you to perform. A love that does not need you to beg. A love that does not need you to live in fear. A love that does not need you to abandon your own spirit. This is the love your healing heart is preparing to receive. And until it arrives, you are not empty. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are building safety inside yourself. You are becoming the kind of person who no longer accepts love that feels like pain. You are becoming rooted in the truth that your heart deserves care. That care begins now. In the way you speak to yourself, in the way you protect your peace, in the way you stop chasing what leaves you tired, in the way you stop calling confusion love, in the way you choose softness without losing strength. Your heart needs safety, and you are learning to give it that safety first. The way you speak to yourself becomes the love you begin to accept from others. If your inner voice is harsh, you may accept harshness from outside. If your inner voice is full of shame, you may feel at home with people who make you question yourself. If your inner voice says, "I am not enough," you may chase people who make you feel that way again. But when your inner voice becomes kind, your whole energy begins to change. You stop feeling drawn to love that sounds like old pain. You begin to want love that speaks with care because you have started speaking to yourself with care. You begin to want love that listens because you have started listening to yourself. You begin to want love that honors your feelings because you have stopped ignoring them inside your own heart. This is why your words matter. Every sentence you say to yourself is either building safety or creating fear. Every thought you repeat is either opening your heart or closing it. Every quiet belief is teaching your body what kind of love to expect. So if you want love to meet you differently, begin by speaking to yourself differently. Speak to yourself the way you wanted love to speak. If you wanted someone to say, "You matter," say it to yourself now. If you wanted someone to say, "I am here," say it to yourself now. If you wanted someone to say, "Your feelings are not too much," say it to yourself now. If you wanted someone to say, "You are safe with me," begin becoming safe with yourself. This does not replace human love. It prepares you to receive it without losing yourself. When you speak to yourself with love, you are no longer starving for any small sign of affection. You are no longer reaching for someone else's words as if they are your only food. You are no longer waiting for someone to say what your own heart has needed from you for years. You begin to feed your spirit from within. This is not selfish. This is healing. For a long time, you may have spoken to yourself in ways you would never speak to someone you love. You may have called yourself foolish for loving. You may have called yourself weak for missing someone. You may have called yourself too sensitive for feeling pain. You may have told yourself you should be over it by now. You may have looked at your own heart with frustration instead of compassion. But my dear, the heart does not heal under attack. The heart heals in warmth. It heals when it feels understood. It heals when it is not rushed. It heals when it is allowed to be human. It heals when you stop turning your pain into another reason to reject yourself. So let the old inner voice soften. When the voice says, "You should have known better," answer with kindness, "I was learning." When the voice says, "You were foolish," answer with truth, "I was hopeful." When the voice says, "You loved too much," answer with grace, "I loved with the heart I had, and now I am learning to love with wisdom." When the voice says, "You are hard to love," answer with strength, "I am worthy of love that knows how to meet me." This is how you rebuild your heart from the inside. You do not need to fight the old voice. You simply stop letting it be the only voice in the room. You introduce a new voice, a kinder voice, a wiser voice, a voice that sounds like love, not punishment. At first, this may feel unfamiliar. If you are used to criticism, kindness may feel strange. If you are used to blame, forgiveness may feel too soft. If you are used to chasing love outside yourself, giving love to yourself may feel small. But stay with it. The heart learns through repeated gentleness. Tell yourself, I am worthy of gentle love. Let that truth become familiar. Tell yourself, I am worthy of honest love. Let your body hear it. Tell yourself, I am worthy of peaceful love. Let your heart receive it. These are not empty words. They are seeds. They are the beginning of a new standard. They are instructions to your inner world. They tell your mind, we are no longer living from old shame. They tell your body, we are no longer accepting love that feels unsafe. They tell your heart, we are coming home. And the more you speak this way, the more your choices begin to change. You may still feel drawn to old patterns, but you will not obey them as quickly. You may still miss someone, but you will not use missing as a reason to abandon yourself. You may still feel lonely, but you will not call every open door love. You may still want connection, but you will also want peace. That is growth. The loving voice inside you becomes a guide. It reminds you not to shrink. It reminds you not to beg. It reminds you not to explain your worth to someone who benefits from you forgetting it. It reminds you not to confuse your desire for love with permission to accept pain. Your loving inner voice becomes your protection. Not a wall around your heart, but a light within it. A light that helps you see clearly. A light that helps you know when love is warm and when it is only familiar. A light that helps you return to yourself when old longing tries to pull you away. You are allowed to speak to yourself with the love you once gave away so freely. You gave patience to others. Give some to yourself. You gave understanding to others. Give some to yourself. You gave hope to others. Give some to yourself. You gave forgiveness to others. Give some to yourself. You gave tenderness to others. Give some to yourself. You have been loving outward for so long. Now let that love come home. Imagine how your heart would change if it no longer had to wait for kindness from outside before it received kindness at all. Imagine how your choices would change if you stopped speaking to yourself as if you were less than enough. Imagine how your standards would rise if you truly believed your peace mattered. Imagine how love would meet you if your energy no longer said, please choose me, but instead said, I choose myself with love, and I welcome love that honors this choice. That is a powerful shift. When you choose yourself with love, you do not become closed. You become clear. You do not reject love. You stop accepting what is not love. You do not become cold. You become rooted. You do not become proud in a harsh way. You become aware of your sacred worth. And sacred worth does not need to shout. It is quiet. It is steady. It is the way you no longer laugh at disrespect. It is the way you no longer ignore discomfort. It is the way you no longer explain away patterns that hurt you. It is the way you speak to your own heart after disappointment and say, I am here. We will heal. We will not turn this pain into self-hate. That is the voice your heart has needed. Maybe you wanted someone else to say, I will not leave you. Now say to yourself, I will not leave myself. Maybe you wanted someone else to say, I see your pain. Now say to yourself, I see my pain and I honor it. Maybe you wanted someone else to say, you are enough. Now say to yourself, I am enough even while I am healing. The words you wanted to hear can become the words you live by. And as they become your inner language, your outer life begins to respond. You begin to move differently. You begin to speak differently. You begin to choose differently. You begin to stop over-explaining your needs. You begin to stop accepting love that only arrives when you stop asking for care. You begin to stop confusing someone's attention with true emotional presence. Your standards rise naturally when your inner love becomes steady. Because when you are kind to yourself, cruelty feels uncomfortable. When you respect yourself, disrespect becomes clearer. When you listen to yourself, being ignored feels wrong. When you give yourself emotional safety, chaos no longer feels like home. This is not about becoming perfect in self-love. There may still be days when the old voice returns. There may still be moments when you question your worth. There may still be times when you feel pulled toward what is familiar. That is part of healing. But now you have another voice to return to. A voice that says, come back to love. Come back when you forget. Come back when you miss what hurt you. Come back when loneliness becomes loud. Come back when you feel tempted to choose less than peace. Come back when the old story says you are not enough. Come back when your heart aches. Each return is healing, not grand, not dramatic, just honest, just tender. Just you choosing not to abandon yourself in the places where you once did. Speak to yourself in the morning as if you are someone worth caring for. Speak to yourself during the day as if your feelings matter. Speak to yourself at night as if your heart has done enough. Let your inner language become a home your heart can rest inside. Say, I am proud of myself for healing. Say, I am allowed to feel and still be strong. Say, I do not need to chase love to prove I am lovable. Say, I am learning to receive love that feels safe. Say, my heart is worthy of care. These words begin to change the atmosphere inside you. And when the atmosphere inside you changes, the love you allow changes too. You begin to notice who feels peaceful and who feels heavy. You begin to notice who honors your heart and who only wants your energy. You begin to notice where you can breathe and where you are always bracing. You begin to notice when your old wound is choosing and when your healed heart is speaking. Your healed heart will speak softly but clearly. It will say, "This feels safe." It will say, "This feels heavy." It will say, "This is honest." It will say, "This is familiar but not healthy." It will say, "We do not need to go back." It will say, "We can love and still choose ourselves." It will say, "We are ready for something different." Listen to that voice. It is the voice of the heart that has survived pain and still believes in love. It is the voice of wisdom growing through tenderness. It is the voice of self-worth returning after years of being placed in the hands of others. My dear, you are not waiting to become worthy. You are practicing the truth that you already are. You are not begging life to love you. You are remembering that life has always held you. You are not trying to become someone else. You are returning to the part of you that was always enough before the pain taught you to doubt it. This is why self-love rebuilds everything. It rebuilds your choices. It rebuilds your peace. It rebuilds your standards. It rebuilds your trust in yourself. It rebuilds the way you receive love. It rebuilds the way you walk away from what cannot honor you. It rebuilds the way you open to what can. And love will meet you differently because you will no longer meet yourself with rejection. You will no longer stand before love, asking it to prove you are worthy. You will stand before love already rooted in worth. You will no longer accept confusion because you are afraid of being alone. You will choose peace because you know your own company is sacred. You will no longer mistake small attention for deep care. You will recognize the difference because you have started giving yourself true care. This is the love that begins inside and changes everything outside. So speak gently now. Let your inner world become softer. Let your heart feel the kindness it has always wanted. Let your own words become a place of safety. Tell yourself, "I am worthy of gentle love." Tell yourself, "I am worthy of honest love." Tell yourself, "I am worthy of love that brings peace." Tell yourself, "I will not abandon myself for love." Tell yourself, "My heart is healing and love will meet me in a new way." Let these words become part of the life you are building. Let them guide your choices. Let them calm your fears. Let them remind you that the love you seek is not only coming toward you, it is also awakening within you. And when love awakens within you, you stop searching from emptiness. You begin receiving from wholeness. That is when everything changes. There comes a moment when your heart quietly understands that not every love is meant to stay. Not because the love was fake, not because the feelings were never real, not because you imagined the beauty, but because some love can touch your heart and still not be able to hold it with care. Some love can awaken something inside you and still not be safe for the person you are becoming. Some love can teach you deeply, but it cannot walk with you into your peace. And when that truth rises, the heart may feel torn. One part of you remembers the good. One part of you remembers the hope. One part of you remembers the words, the moments, the feeling of being close. But another part of you remembers the ache, the waiting, the confusion, the way you kept becoming smaller so the connection could continue, the way you softened your truth, swallowed your needs, and pretended your heart was not tired. My dear, any love that needs you to shrink is not the love that can meet your healed heart. Love should not require you to become less honest. Love should not require you to become less expressive. Love should not require you to hide your needs, your pain, your dreams, or your truth. Love should not make you feel that the only way to keep someone close is to abandon yourself little by little. If you had to become quieter to keep love, that was not peace. If you had to stop asking for care to avoid distance, that was not safety. If you had to ignore your own sadness to protect someone else's comfort, that was not healthy love. If you had to give more and more while receiving less and less, that was not balance. And now your heart is learning to release it. Letting go does not mean you hate what happened. Letting go does not mean you deny the love you felt. Letting go does not mean you pretend it never mattered. It means you finally tell the truth. This mattered to me, but it also hurt me. I loved, but I also lost parts of myself. I hoped, but I also carried pain. And now I chose to come back to my own heart. That is not weakness. That is healing. For a long time you may have thought that holding on proved the depth of your love. You may have believed that if you waited long enough, loved hard enough, understood deeply enough, then something would change. Maybe they would finally see you. Maybe they would finally choose you clearly. Maybe they would finally become gentle with the parts of you they kept wounding. But sometimes holding on does not change the other person. It only teaches your heart to accept less. And your heart was never meant to be trained to live on little pieces of love. It was never meant to live from small signs, rare warmth, and uncertain promises. It was never meant to keep searching for proof that someone cared while your spirit slowly became tired. Your heart was meant to be loved in a way that does not make it question its own worth. So now, you are allowed to release the love that could not honor the fullness of you. Release the love that made you feel guilty for having feelings. Release the love that wanted your care but not your truth. Release the love that enjoyed your softness but did not protect it. Release the love that came close when it wanted comfort and pulled away when you needed clarity. Release the love that kept you hoping but not healing. This release may not happen all at once. The heart has its own gentle timing. Some days you may feel strong. Some days you may miss what you are releasing. Some days the old hope may return and ask if things could still become different. Do not shame yourself for that. Missing someone does not mean you should return to pain. Loving someone does not mean you must keep choosing what breaks you. You can love and still let go. You can bless what was beautiful and still admit what was painful. You can remember the good and still choose not to live inside the hurt. You can care about someone and still no longer make their presence the center of your peace. You can wish them well and still decide that your own heart needs distance to heal. This is a sacred kind of release. It is not angry, it is not bitter, it is not cold, it is clear. It says, I am thankful for what this taught me, but I will not stay where my soul keeps shrinking. It says, I honor the love I gave, but I also honor the pain I felt. It says, I am not closing my heart. I am opening it to something safer. My dear, when you let go of what made you shrink, you make space for what helps you expand. You make space for peace. You make space for self-respect. You make space for clear love. You make space for a kind of connection that does not need you to disappear. You make space for your own joy to return. You make space for your body to relax. You make space for your heart to remember that love can feel gentle. This is why letting go can feel like loss at first, but later it becomes freedom. At first you may feel empty because the old attachment took up so much room inside you. You may not know what to do with the silence. You may not know how to sit with yourself without checking, waiting, wondering, or replaying. But slowly, that empty space becomes sacred space. It becomes the room where your own spirit returns. It becomes the quiet where your heart begins to hear itself again. You start to feel your own energy coming back. You start to remember what peace feels like. You start to notice how tired you were. You start to see how much of your life was shaped around someone else's uncertainty. You start to understand that the ache you called love was sometimes your heart asking to be rescued by you. And now you are rescuing it. Not by hardening, not by closing, not by pretending you do not care, but by choosing not to keep placing your heart where it keeps being wounded. By choosing not to beg for what should be given with care. By choosing not to make excuses for patterns that keep hurting you. By choosing not to make someone else's unreadiness more important than your healing. Letting go is a return. It is returning to your own name, your own needs, your own dreams, your own body, your own peace. It is returning to the part of you that existed before you started shaping yourself around someone else's love. It is returning to the truth that you are not here to earn affection by abandoning yourself. The love meant for your healed heart will not need you to shrink. It will not need you to hide your tenderness. It will not need you to silence your truth. It will not need you to become easier by becoming less honest. It will not ask you to trade your peace for closeness. It will not make you feel that being loved means being anxious. So when the past calls your heart back, answer gently but firmly. Say, I remember what I felt, but I also remember what I need now. Say, I honor the part of me that loved, but I protect the part of me that is healing. Say, I am not rejecting love. I am rejecting the version of love that asked me to leave myself. Say, I am ready for love that meets me without making me disappear. These words are not against anyone. They are for you. They are for the heart that has waited long enough. They are for the heart that tried to understand everyone else while secretly needing understanding too. They are for the heart that gave comfort while needing comfort. They are for the heart that kept hoping someone would change while life was asking you to choose yourself. Choosing yourself does not make the love you gave meaningless. It gives that love a place to rest. It says, I gave what I could. I learned what I needed. I am free to grow now. It allows the past to become a teacher instead of a prison. It allows the pain to become wisdom instead of a pattern. It allows your heart to become open again, but this time with self-respect beside it. And as you release what needed you to shrink, your heart becomes available for what can truly meet you. Not half love, not confusing love, not love that only arrives when you stop asking for care. Not love that enjoys your patience but avoids your pain. Not love that keeps you close enough to hope but far enough to hurt. You become available for love that is clear, love that is kind, love that can hold honest words, love that does not make your needs feel like a problem, love that makes your heart feel safe enough to remain open. That is the love your healing is making room for. So let the old attachment loosen. Let the old waiting soften. Let the old story lose its power. You do not need to keep proving your worth to what could not see it fully. You do not need to keep bending your heart around someone else's limits. You do not need to keep calling pain by the name of love. You are allowed to grow beyond what once held you. You are allowed to become someone who no longer fits inside old patterns. You are allowed to become someone who chooses peace faster. You are allowed to become someone who no longer confuses being needed with being loved. You are allowed to become someone who says, my heart is sacred, and I will not place it where it cannot breathe. This is the release that changes your love life. It changes it from the inside first. It changes the way you see old connections. It changes the way you respond to mixed signals. It changes the way you hold your own feelings. It changes the way you define love. And because you change, love must meet you differently. When your heart begins to heal, something quiet and powerful changes in your energy. You stop chasing what does not come with peace. You stop running after attention as if it is proof of your value. You stop trying to convince someone to see what should have been clear. You stop bending your whole heart around another person's uncertainty. You stop living as if love is something you must catch before it disappears. Instead, you begin to allow. Allowing does not mean doing nothing. It means you stop forcing what keeps resisting your peace. It means you stop pulling on doors that keep closing. It means you stop trying to make someone ready when they are not. It means you stop trying to turn confusion into commitment, distance into devotion, and small effort into deep love. Allowing means you trust yourself enough to stop chasing what costs you your peace. This is a very different energy. Chasing comes from fear. Allowing comes from trust. Chasing says, if I do not hold on tightly, I will lose love. Allowing says, what is healthy for my heart will not require me to lose myself. Chasing says, I must prove I am enough. Allowing says, I am already enough, and love must meet me with respect. Chasing says, I cannot be alone. Allowing says, I am safe with myself, and I welcome love that feels safe too. When you chase, your energy becomes tired. You think too much. You wait too much. You wonder too much. You make excuses too much. You try to read signs. You try to understand silence. You try to become more beautiful, more patient, more giving, more easy, more perfect, hoping that love will finally arrive in the way you need. But real love does not require you to perform for your worth. Real love does not need you to become exhausted before it offers care. Real love does not make you feel that if you stop trying, everything will disappear. Real love does not survive only because you are holding it with both hands while the other person holds nothing. When your heart heals, you stop calling that love. You begin to see that chasing was not proof of your devotion. It was proof of your fear. And once you see that with compassion, you no longer need to punish yourself for it. You can simply say, I was afraid. I wanted to be chosen. I wanted to be safe. I understand myself. And now I choose another way. That other way is allowing. Allowing looks like coming back to your own body when anxiety rises. It looks like not sending the message that comes from panic. It looks like not making someone's distance mean you are unworthy. It looks like not trying to earn love from someone who keeps you unsure. It looks like letting people show you who they are without decorating their actions with your hope. Allowing is not cold, it is honest. It gives life room to reveal the truth. It gives people room to show their real level of care. It gives your heart room to feel clearly. It gives love room to arrive without being forced. It gives you room to choose based on peace instead of fear. When you stop chasing, you begin to receive differently. You no longer grab at small signs and call them everything. You no longer make one kind sentence carry the weight of a whole relationship. You no longer turn a little attention into a promise. You no longer accept almost love because you are afraid nothing better will come. You begin to receive love through the filter of self-worth. And self-worth asks gentle but honest questions. Does this feel peaceful? Does this feel clear? Does this feel respectful? Does this connection allow me to be myself? Does this love make me feel more whole? Or does it make me feel like I must keep proving myself? These questions are not walls. They are windows. They let light in. They help you see what is real. When your heart heals, you no longer fear seeing the truth. You may still feel pain when something is not right, but you do not run from that knowing. You do not keep trying to make the truth softer than it is. You do not keep asking the same question when life has already answered through patterns. You begin to trust what you see. If someone is clear, you receive that clarity. If someone is kind, you receive that kindness. If someone is not ready, you stop trying to make them ready. If someone is unsure, you stop making their uncertainty your responsibility. If someone cannot meet your heart, you stop turning yourself into less so they can feel more comfortable. This is the healed heart learning to lead. It does not chase because it knows love is not earned through panic. It does not beg because it knows care given only after begging. It is not the kind of care that brings peace. It does not compete because it knows love is not a contest. It does not keep proving because it knows worth is not a performance. And because of this, love meets you differently. People feel when your energy has changed. Life feels when your standard has changed. Your choices feel when your heart has changed. You no longer give the same access to the same patterns. You no longer pour your whole soul into places that only offer drops. You no longer confuse emotional hunger with deep connection. You become softer but clearer. You can love, but you no longer chase. You can care, but you no longer carry the whole thing alone. You can be open, but you no longer abandon your own peace. You can feel deeply, but you no longer make your depth a reason to accept shallow treatment. This is balance. This is what happens when the heart heals first. You stop needing love to arrive as proof that you are lovable. You stop needing someone's attention to calm your self-doubt. You stop needing a relationship to tell you that your life is meaningful. You become rooted in the truth that you are already whole, and love becomes an addition to your life, not the only thing holding it together. From that place, you can receive love with a peaceful heart. You can receive kind words without clinging to them. You can receive affection without becoming afraid of losing it. You can receive attention without turning it into your identity. You can receive connection without handing away your self-respect. You can receive love without forgetting yourself. This is the kind of receiving that feels safe. It does not come from emptiness. It comes from fullness. It does not say, "Please complete me." It says, "Meet me here, where I am learning to love myself well." It does not say, "I will do anything to be chosen." It says, "I welcome love that chooses me clearly, and I also choose myself." That is the difference. And when you live in that difference, you may notice that old patterns no longer have the same power over you. The person who gives mixed signals may not feel as tempting. The connection that once kept you awake may begin to feel heavy instead of exciting. The apology without change may no longer pull you back. The promise without action may no longer hold your heart. This does not mean your heart is closed. It means your heart is learning discernment. Discernment is the ability to feel with love and still see with clarity. It is the ability to care without becoming blind. It is the ability to hope without leaving reality. It is the ability to understand someone without accepting pain from them. Discernment is one of the gifts of healing, and with discernment, you begin to allow love that matches your peace. You do not need to chase it. You do not need to force it. You do not need to beg life for it. You become aligned with it by becoming honest, soft, rooted, and clear. You become ready for it by no longer giving your heart to what teaches it fear. You become open to it by creating a home of love inside yourself. Let your energy say, "I am available for love that is safe." Let your choices say, "I am available for love that is honest." Let your heart say, "I am available for love that brings peace." Let your life say, "I no longer chase what makes me forget myself." That is a powerful prayer without needing many words. You will still have human moments. You may still miss someone. You may still feel lonely. You may still wonder when love will arrive. But now, those feelings do not have to lead you back to old pain. You can feel them and still remain loyal to your healing. You can feel them and still choose peace. You can feel them and still say, "I will not chase what my healed heart would not choose." This is how you become free. Not free from love, but free from fear in love. Free from begging. Free from overgiving. Free from guessing. Free from shrinking. Free from calling anxiety passion. Free from calling inconsistency mystery. Free from calling old wounds destiny. You become free to love from wholeness, and love that meets wholeness feels different. It does not need to rescue you. It does not need to control you. It does not need to complete you. It can simply meet you, walk with you, honor you, and grow with you. That is the love your heart has been asking for. So let the chasing soften. Let the proving end. Let the old fear lose its voice. Let the part of you that once ran after love finally rest. You are not behind. You are not empty. You are not forgotten. You are becoming the kind of person who can receive love without losing peace. And because you are meeting yourself differently, love will meet you differently too. Healing does not always happen through big changes. Often it begins through one loving thought chosen again and again until the heart starts to believe it. A loving thought may seem small, but it is powerful. It is like placing warmth in a cold room. It is like opening a window in a place that has been closed for too long. It is like giving your heart a new message after years of hearing the old one. The old thought may say, I am not enough. The loving thought says, I am worthy as I am. The old thought may say, love always leaves me. The loving thought says, I am learning to receive love that stays with care. The old thought may say, I have to chase. The loving thought says, what is healthy for me can meet me in peace. The old thought may say, I should have known better. The loving thought says, I was learning and I forgive myself. This is how you begin to heal your heart from within. You do not need to fix every wound in one day. You do not need to understand every pattern at once. You do not need to become perfectly healed before you deserve love. You begin by choosing one thought that feels kinder than the one before it. That is enough to begin. Each day, ask your heart, what do you need to heal? Or from me today? Not what does the world need from you. Not what does the past demand from you. Not what does another person want from you. Ask your own heart what it needs. Maybe it needs to hear, you are safe now. Maybe it needs to hear, you did not deserve to be treated that way. Maybe it needs to hear, it is okay to let go. Maybe it needs to hear, you are still worthy of love. Maybe it needs to hear, you do not have to chase anymore. Let that sentence become medicine. Carry it through the day. Return to it when the old pattern rises. Let it meet you when you feel tempted to blame yourself. Let it hold you when you feel lonely. Let it guide you when your heart wants to go back to what is familiar but not peaceful. One loving thought can interrupt a whole old story. The old story may have been repeating for years. It may have told you that you are hard to love. It may have told you that you must earn care. It may have told you that being chosen by someone else is the only way to feel complete. It may have told you that peace is too much to ask for. But a new thought can begin a new story. I am worthy of love that feels safe. Say it in your own mind when you wake. Let it guide the way you speak to yourself. Let it guide the way you answer old memories. Let it guide the way you respond to people who cannot meet your heart with care. Let it guide the way you choose rest instead of emotional chaos. This is not pretending. This is reteaching. You are teaching your mind a new path. You are teaching your body a new feeling. You are teaching your heart that love does not have to mean fear. You are teaching your spirit that it is safe to return home to itself. And each loving thought becomes a small repair. When you do not blame yourself, something repairs. When you do not chase, something repairs. When you speak kindly to the part of you that is hurting, something repairs. When you choose peace where you once chose panic, something repairs. When you let yourself feel without shame, something repairs. Healing is made of these small sacred repairs. They may not look dramatic from the outside. No one may see them. No one may know how much strength it takes to choose a kind thought when the old voice is loud. No one may know how much courage it takes to not return to what hurt you. No one may know how powerful it is that you are learning to love yourself in places where you once rejected yourself. But your heart knows. Your heart feels every gentle choice. It feels every loving word. It feels every moment you choose not to abandon it. It feels every time you honor its need for peace. It feels every time you choose yourself without anger, without drama, without needing anyone else to understand. And slowly, your heart begins to trust you. That trust is everything. Because when your heart trusts you, you no longer need to look for safety only outside yourself. You can receive love, but you do not depend on it to become whole. You can want connection, but you do not betray yourself to keep it. You can open your heart, but you do not hand away your peace. So let your daily practice be simple and real. When your mind returns to fear, give it love. When your heart returns to old pain, give it truth. When your body feels the pull to chase, give it calm. When loneliness rises, give yourself presence. When shame returns, give yourself forgiveness. Do not make healing another pressure. You are not here to become perfect. You are here to become kinder to yourself. You are here to become more honest with your heart. You are here to stop using pain as proof that you are unworthy. You are here to remember that love begins with how you hold yourself when no one else is watching. Choose one loving thought each day and let it shape the way you move. Let it shape the way you answer a memory. Let it shape the way you speak to your reflection. Let it shape the way you respond to silence. Let it shape the way you protect your peace. Let it shape the way you welcome new love. A simple thought can become a new standard. I deserve love that is honest. When this thought becomes your standard, mixed signals begin to lose their power. I deserve love that is kind. When this thought becomes your standard, harshness no longer feels normal. I deserve love that is peaceful. When this thought becomes your standard, chaos no longer feels romantic. I deserve love that sees me. When this thought becomes your standard, being ignored no longer feels acceptable. I deserve love that honors my heart. When this thought becomes your standard, you stop giving your heart to places that only want your energy, not your truth. This is how your future changes, not through forcing love to arrive, not through trying to control another person, not through becoming someone else. It changes because your inner world changes, and when your inner world changes, your choices change. When your choices change, your life changes. When your life changes, love has a new path to find you. Love will meet you differently because you will no longer be standing in the same old belief. You will not stand in "I must prove myself." You will stand in "I am worthy." You will not stand in "Please choose me." You will stand in "I choose myself." You will not stand in "Any love is better than being alone." You will stand in "Peace with myself is better than pain with someone else." And from that place, the love that belongs in your life can recognize you. It will not have to fight through the noise of self-doubt. It will not have to compete with old attachments. It will not have to meet a heart that is still calling pain home. It will meet a heart that is healing, soft, wise, and ready to receive with peace. This is the beauty of one loving thought. It may begin quietly, but it does not stay small. It grows into a new way of seeing yourself. It grows into a new way of choosing. It grows into a new way of loving. It grows into a new way of allowing love to come close. So today, choose one thought that loves you. Let it be simple. My heart is healing. Let that thought walk with you. My worth is not decided by who stays or leaves. Let that thought protect you. I no longer chase love that costs me peace. Let that thought guide you. I am ready for love that feels safe. Let that thought open you. Keep choosing the thought that brings you back to your heart. Keep choosing the thought that makes your body soften. Keep choosing the thought that tells the truth with kindness. Keep choosing the thought that helps you become the person who no longer abandons herself or himself for love. Each loving thought is a light. And as you keep lighting those small lights inside yourself, the old darkness begins to lose its power. The heart becomes warmer. The mind becomes clearer. The body becomes calmer. The soul becomes more open. This is not small work. This is sacred work. And you are doing it now. When your heart heals, love begins to feel safe again. Not because every fear disappears. Not because every memory is gone. Not because you never feel tender, uncertain, or human. Love feels safe again because you no longer meet it from the same wounded place. You no longer hand it your whole worth and ask it to decide who you are. You no longer let fear choose what your heart should accept. You begin to meet love from the truth that you are already enough. And that truth changes everything. It changes how you enter connection. You no longer enter as someone waiting to be completed. You enter as someone willing to share. You no longer enter as someone begging to be chosen. You enter as someone who already chooses peace. You no longer enter as someone who will accept any warmth to avoid loneliness. You enter as someone who knows the difference between warmth and safety. A healed heart does not demand perfect love. It welcomes honest love. It understands that people are human. It understands that relationships need patience, communication, and care. It understands that love grows through truth. But it also understands that love should not make you disappear. Love should not make your body live in fear. Love should not make you feel that your needs are too much. Love should not turn your tenderness into something someone can take without honoring. When your heart heals, you become clearer about what love truly means. Love means presence. Love means respect. Love means kindness in the small moments. Love means honesty even when it is uncomfortable. Love means care that can be felt, not only words that sound beautiful. Love means two hearts meeting, not one heart carrying everything alone. Love means you can breathe. You can breathe because you are not constantly guessing. You can breathe because you do not have to perform. You can breathe because your feelings have a place. You can breathe because you are not being punished for asking for clarity. You can breathe because love is not being used to control you. That kind of love may feel new. If you have known chaos, peace may feel unfamiliar. If you have known distance, consistency may feel strange. If you have known emotional hunger, steady care may feel almost too simple. But let yourself learn this new feeling. Let your heart understand that calm does not mean empty. Calm can mean safe. Calm can mean real. Calm can mean your nervous system is finally not fighting for love. This is the love your heart has been preparing to receive. A love that meets your healing, not your fear. A love that honors your truth, not only your giving. A love that sees your softness and treats it with care. A love that does not need you to become smaller. A love that does not make you question whether you are lovable. A love that feels like a place where your soul can rest. But even before another person brings that love, you are already learning it inside yourself. You are learning to become safe for your own heart. You are learning to speak gently to your own pain. You are learning to stop shaming your own needs. You are learning to leave what keeps breaking your peace. You are learning to choose thoughts that support your healing. You are learning to hold yourself with the love you once searched for everywhere else. And because you are learning this inside, you will recognize it outside. You will recognize the feeling of peace. You will recognize the feeling of respect. You will recognize the feeling of emotional safety. You will recognize love that does not need to confuse you to keep your attention. You will recognize kindness that is steady, not occasional. You will recognize care that does not disappear when you stop overgiving. You will also recognize what is not love more quickly, not to judge it with anger, but to protect your heart with wisdom. You will recognize when someone wants your energy, but not your truth. You will recognize when someone enjoys your love, but avoids your needs. You will recognize when the connection is built on your patience more than their presence. You will recognize when your body is asking you to listen, and you will listen. That is one of the greatest signs of healing. You listen to your heart instead of silencing it. You listen to your body instead of forcing it to accept what feels wrong. You listen to your peace instead of letting fear talk you out of it. You listen to the quiet truth instead of chasing loud hope. A healed heart becomes a wise heart. It does not stop loving. It loves more truthfully. It does not stop hoping. It hopes with open eyes. It does not stop believing in love. It believes in love without abandoning itself. It does not stop giving. It gives from fullness, not fear. And because of this, love will meet you differently. It will meet someone who has stopped calling pain home. It will meet someone who knows that being alone is not the same as being unloved. It will meet someone who does not need to rush. It will meet someone who can receive are without clinging to it. It will meet someone who can give love without losing self-respect. This is the person you are becoming. You are becoming someone who knows that love should not feel like a constant test. You are becoming someone who understands that peace is not too much to ask for. You are becoming someone who no longer apologizes for having a heart. You are becoming someone who can say yes with openness and no with love. You are becoming someone who can be met, not chased, not used, not half-loved, met. To be met means someone sees you, someone listens, someone respects the truth of who you are. Someone does not only enjoy the easy parts of you, but also honors the tender parts. Someone does not make you feel like love is a place where you must hide. Someone can stand beside you without asking you to leave yourself behind. This is the love that feels safe. And even if it has not fully arrived yet, do not lose faith in the healing that is preparing you for it. Your quiet work is not wasted. Your self-love is not wasted. Your letting go is not wasted. Your new thoughts are not wasted. Your decision to stop chasing is not wasted. Your choice to protect your peace is not wasted. Every part of this is preparing your heart to receive differently. The love that meets you in the future will not meet the old version who accepted pain as proof of devotion. It will meet the version who knows that devotion must include peace. It will not meet the version who thought love had to be earned through overgiving. It will meet the version who knows that true love is offered with care. It will not meet the version who silenced the heart to keep someone close. It will meet the version who speaks with honesty. That is why your healing matters. It is not delaying love. It is refining the way love can enter your life. It is clearing the old fear. It is softening the old shame. It is teaching your heart to stop reaching for what cannot hold it. It is helping you become available for love that does not repeat your wounds. So let this truth settle inside you. Love is not leaving you behind. Love is meeting the version of you that is learning to stop leaving yourself behind. You are not too late. You are not too damaged. You are not too hard to love. You are not too emotional. You are not too much. You are healing, and healing changes the way the world reaches you. When your heart heals, you do not need love to hurt before you trust it. You do not need love to feel intense before you believe it. You do not need love to make you anxious before you call it real. You can allow love to be gentle. You can allow love to be steady. You can allow love to be clear. You can allow love to be kind. You can allow love to feel safe. And when love feels safe, it does not make you smaller. It makes you more yourself. It does not make you disappear. It helps you return. It does not take your peace. It protects it. It does not use your heart. It honors it. This is where your journey has been leading. Back to the simple truth that love begins inside your own heart. Back to the truth that your healing is not separate from your love life. Back to the truth that the more gently you meet yourself, the more clearly you can receive what is gentle outside of you. Back to the truth that you do not need to chase what is truly meant to meet you with care. My dear, your heart has carried so much, but it is still here. It is still soft in places. It is still hopeful in quiet ways. It still wants to believe in love, not the kind that hurts to keep, but the kind that feels safe to receive. And that hope inside you is not foolish. It is sacred. It is the part of you that knows love can still come in a healthier form. But now you are not the same. You are no longer asking love to prove your worth. You are no longer willing to shrink just to be chosen. You are no longer calling confusion connection. You are no longer making fear the guide of your heart. You are learning to listen to peace. You are learning to honor your needs. You are learning to love yourself in the places where you once waited for someone else to love you. That is why love will meet you differently, because you are meeting yourself differently. You are speaking to yourself with more kindness. You are forgiving the past version of you who did not know better. You are releasing the love that needed you to become small. You are allowing instead of chasing. You are choosing one loving thought at a time. You are becoming safe for your own heart. And as you become safe for your own heart, the love that belongs in your life will not feel like old pain. It will not feel like begging. It will not feel like proving. It will not feel like waiting in the dark for someone to remember your worth. It will feel clearer. It will feel calmer. It will feel kinder. It will feel like your heart can finally remain open without losing itself. Until that love arrives, do not think nothing is happening. Something beautiful is happening inside you. You are healing. You are remembering. You are rising into a new standard. You are becoming the person who can receive love without fear, becoming the center of it. You are becoming the person who can give love without abandoning your own spirit. So let the past be a teacher, not a chain. Let the old pain become wisdom. Let the old disappointment become clarity. Let the old waiting become self-respect. Let the old ache become the doorway back to yourself. You do not need to carry the same story forever. Your heart is allowed to begin again. And this time, it does not have to begin from emptiness. It can begin from truth. It can begin from peace. It can begin from the deep knowing that you are worthy of love that is gentle, honest, steady, and safe. Let these words stay with you. My heart is healing. My worth is rising. I no longer chase love that costs me peace. I am ready for love that meets me with truth. I am ready for love that feels safe. I am ready for love that honors the person I am becoming. You are not behind in love. You are not forgotten by love. You are not too late for love. You are simply learning to stop meeting love from the wound and start meeting love from the heart that is healing. And when your heart heals first, love will meet you differently.